The way to get started is to quit talking and start doing. This is our quote for the day. Welcome to the Before I Self-Destruct podcast. I am Desmond Defisa Bempong. Thanks for joining me on what I believe will be a conversation that would enlighten your day. I am glad that you can join me on this amazing journey. Now, let me ask you this. Do you ever feel inadequate? Do you feel unprepared? Do you feel you are not good enough? Then this podcast is for you. In today's segment, we focus on discussing how we can gather the courage to overcome the fear of new beginnings. Let's ride. As humans, it is only natural that we feel some sort of discomfort when we have to make changes. We get scared. Every time we have to venture into new fields, we start wondering, are we really ready for this? This fear is as a result of certain underlying factors that we will discuss later on in the course of the show. I am a developer and a tech enthusiast. This is my first time hosting a podcast, and the thought of starting this project always made my stomach turn. But I knew I really wanted to do this, so therefore I decided to figure a way out. Now, to be able to overcome my fear, I first had to understand my fear. So I asked myself, why am I afraid? And my reasons were as follows. I was afraid to fail. I was afraid I would be ridiculed. I felt I would underperform because I do not possess the requisite skills. Honestly, I felt it was a lot of work. Beginning any new venture is never an easy task. Another excuse I kept giving myself was the fact that I did not possess the requisite resources. These are but just a few of the reasons why starting this podcast was stalled. Now, it is an undeniable fact that the aforementioned forms a part of the underlying factors why most millennials never start anything new. But you see, the thing is, identifying and understanding these factors holding you back gives you room to figure out how you can overcome your fears. What we should understand as individuals is the fact that failure is inevitable. Once we set out to do something, there's the tendency to fail. The people who win the most are the people who fail the most. Honestly, they consistently try, and each roadblock teaches them a new way that will not work. I know you can attest to this fact. Do you remember that one thing that you thought you couldn't do but tried and ended up being successful? That is what I'm talking about. And in regards to being ridiculed for trying new things, you should understand that humans possess varied views. The most important player on your team is you. So you should be focusing more on becoming a better version of yourself rather than trying to impress people. Another thing you should understand is the fact that what the masses think is not always the truth. For the most part, people criticizing you destructively are only imposing their fears on you. They are the problem and you are not. Think about this. A scuba diver will suggest that swimming is an amazing feat. He will tell you about how beautiful he thinks the ocean is. However, an aquaphobic individual will tell you about all the things that could possibly go wrong when you go swimming. Give it some deep thought. You will realize that the fears of the individual suffering from aquaphobia is his and not yours. He is afraid to die, not you. Don't let people get into your head. This is not to suggest that you ignore people and their opinions, because everybody needs somebody. It is imperative that you are particular about who you allow to get close to you, and this is the reason why. The people closest to you impact your thought process. So then, the big question is, what do you do? Entertain only people whose thought process aligns with yours and are willing to be honest with you in all endeavors, no matter how difficult it may seem. Do not doubt your capabilities. No one was born a champion. Everybody has to go through the learning process, so if you want it, be willing to put in the hard work. Never say I can't. Always say I will try again till I get things done or learn something new. Bear in mind that the above stated tasks aren't that easy. Be patient with yourself and take things a step at a time. Don't be afraid to start more. You might not possess all the requisite skills and resources, but you possess the most powerful tool gifted to humanity, your mind. Use it. As normal human beings, one must have a pivotal motive as to why he or she should survive. The world in which we live acts as a stage upon which we display our theatrical acts of making choices. Your destiny is within reach, and only you and your thought process can influence it. Two alternatives lay bare: good choices and bad choices. And you as an individual will have to decide which choice you are going to make. As a matter of fact, you should understand that your entire livelihood is hinged on your thought process, so protect your thoughts. Guard your thoughts. If you aim at succeeding at anything, then you should strengthen your thought process and keep your emotions under check. Because the truth of the matter is, to wallow in self-pity is to live in brevity. This indicates that feeding yourself with thoughts of inadequacy will only mar your progress and negatively impact the lives of people around you. Get more practical with your ideas. Move past the wishful thinking. I'm not saying it will be easy, but I'm saying that it is possible. Give it a shot. Break through. Let your creativity come out. Explore new fields. And in the midst of all the fear and uncertainty, you are going to learn new things. Bear it in mind that you are human and that you can fail at any point in time. But come on, don't give up so easily. Make each failing moment a learning moment. Don't feel inferior when you fail. Be proud of yourself for at least making the effort. See, there's something very special about each and every individual that can be ignited through self-confidence. Let me repeat this again. Never say I can't. Always say I'll try again. Unleash your potential. They are inherent. Explore your God-given talents. Keep pushing through until you break all obstacles and boundaries. Aim higher, work smarter, work harder, and things will eventually fall in place. Be your brother's keeper till we meet again. This is Desmond Ifisa Bimpong. Thank you for listening to the Before I Self-Destruct podcast. Do well to follow us on all our social media handles: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, Before I Self-Destruct. And you can send us an email, bisdcontacts@gmail.com. You can also get interactive via WhatsApp via the number 0208 928 930. Thank you very much. Have an amazing week. Peace out.